What's going on, everybody? Caleb Anderson here, Mountain Life 603, doing another 4,000 footer podcast. It's not a podcast, it's like a 4,000 footer story time. Last week we did Mount Washington, though. We finally got Washington, I think that was last week. Go back, if you haven't yet, subscribe, and then go back and check out the videos, the previous episodes. I think this is the 5th one. So, also apologize for my red eyes and my nasally congestion. The allergies are driving me crazy up here in New England. But we're doing good, feeling good, getting outside every day, running 2 10Ks a day. I mean 2 5Ks a day. I'm running a 10K every day. Preparing for a 50K, which comes up May 13th. So 2 Saturdays from now. So pumped for that. Let's get right into it. Maybe I'll speak up a little bit. I'm sorry, but we'll get right into it here. Do a blind pick. Mount Wambach. Did I pick this out before? I might have picked this out before. Haven't done it. I don't know where it is. It's in Jefferson. The moose. You see that? Mount Moosalak. Some call it Mount Moosalaki. This is 4802. I want to say that's really close to what it is. It's 4,800 feet, right around 4,800 feet. And it's called the Moose for a reason. She's big, but beautiful. Big, open, wide, beautiful. I've actually only ever been there once. Hold on, where's the Moose? 48. The Moose is just taller than North Twin, they say. So, Mount Moosalak, I don't have a video of that, but I do have some good pictures on the Instagram, Mountain Life 603. Check out the Instagram. Way back, like 7 years ago, probably 7 or 8 years ago, and that was Jason's first mountain with me. So if you're looking on my videos, I usually have my buddy Jason with me, JB. What's up, JB? And he started hiking one day randomly. I was just like, he was like, dude, I'd like to go hiking. And I was like, all right, let's go. So we've known each other forever, literally my first friend, but we hadn't talked for a while, and then met up over Facebook, and the rest is history. We've been climbing and hiking and doing adventures ever since. So, but the first one we did together was Moosalak, and he was in like running shoes, and it was funny. It was his first introduction to hiking in the White Mountains, and he did a giant like Mount Moosalak. So it was good. I remember it links up with part of the Appalachian Trail, which is cool. Where we came. I want to say, don't hold me to this. I want to say it's the Crawford Notch Trail. Don't hold me to that. I can't remember which side it is. It's the Notch side that we came up. Very steep, very long, and then once you get to the top, it's all open and has a really cool area to sit up top. I believe it has some little stone walls that are made up top that you can sit behind too, which is cool. So, great place to go for a hike. Get a big 4,000 footer and get great views, because you got 360 degree views everywhere you live. So, it's just beautiful. So, check out Mount Moosalaki. It's also not very far. It's not very far north. I believe it's one of the furthest south. So, pick another one here. Jackson. Mount Jackson. My dog's name is Jackson. Jackson is a president, right? I think so. Illegitimate president? He's president, anyways. Jackson is like on the back side of Pierce. And it's kind of insignificant. There's not many views from the top of Jackson, I don't think. Not that I can remember. I don't know why I can't get this. Don't know why I can't get this. Actually, maybe Jackson has some great views. There's one of those up there that has great views of Crawford Notch, and it might be Jackson. We just went to. It's on the way to Jackson, anyways. If the summit of Jackson is grown in, then it has great views of the Notch, like along the trail, like the ridge trail there. We just recently, me and Christopher, here's Mount Jackson down here. Me and my buddy Chris, if you look back in the videos, you will see foliage, crazy weather and beautiful foliage. I believe that was Mount Jackson, and it was just what the title was, crazy weather and beautiful foliage. We were coming up in the fall. It was like right in the middle of the really thick. We had beautiful foliage this year, and it was right in the prime of it, and made for some beautiful, beautiful pictures of the Notch. But on our way up there, it was a snow squall out of nowhere, and luckily we were prepared. We had gloves and hat and jacket and things like that, but it only lasted about maybe 20 minutes and then was gone, and then we came out with views of the whole Notch up there on the south side of Jackson, or in Crawford Notch, maybe the east side. But yeah, Jackson is one of those. I've done it many times. I want to say it's either Pierce or Jackson that doesn't have a view at the summit, or in both of them. But they do have good views on the way to them. And if you want to see some good views from a trip to Jackson, go back a few videos to the crazy weather and beautiful foliage, because that's a great one. So Jackson, again, is a long way up there. It's Crawford Notch, so it's a long way up there. And if you're going to go up to the Presidents, you might as well hit two of them while you're up there, because it's such a long drive. They're big. You know, Jackson is probably got to be the shortest President, I would say. Yeah, I don't see any other presidents underneath that, so it's the shortest President. But it's got great views of the Notch. Check it out. Last one. These are going pretty quick. Going pretty quickly. Osceola. The Osceolas. These are, I guess, like, are they, so there's two in Osceola. There's Osceolas, right? So we have the Mount Osceola and then east. So they have Osceola, and then I wonder if they have, is East Osceola up here? It's gotta be, right? Now, I don't know if I'm saying this right. No, it's not up there. So, I don't know if I'm saying it right, but it looks like Osceola. Mount Osceola. If this didn't focus, there it is again. It is around 4,300 feet, and it has two peaks. It also has an east peak. Whoa. I've got a wine bottle holding this up, not working very good. Take a sip of Red Bull. Not sponsored, but I love that shit. Anyways, the Osceolas are great because they do have great views. I want to say that's in the Pemi. It may be in the Pemi. Me and Jason went out and did the Osceolas. That was Chris and Jason's first. That was Chris's introduction into hiking into the White Mountains. His first 4,000 footer was Osceolas and East Peak. Me and Russ have been out there a couple times. Me and my cousin Russell, you've seen him in some videos way back. We went out to the Osceolas, and if you don't get, if you do get up to the Osceolas, you need to go to the East Peak. Like, if you don't get the East Peak, you don't get the full experience of it. I remember we had some crazy weather when we got up there. It's very, very rocky, some ledges, and you're overlooking a valley. Because Jason and I tried to go up a river. If you go back some videos, you'll see hiking up a frozen river. That river would have put us to the Osceola slide, right to the bottom of Osceola, but we never made it because we were being crazy and did not have time to get all the way up there. It's a long hike, but they're beautiful, and we had this. It overlooks this ravine, and when we were up there, the clouds were, which happens a lot, especially up in the presidentials, but the clouds were coming up the ravine, like the fog as it was ripping up, like the winds were picking it up, the warmer winds of the morning as it got later, they were pulling it up into the mountains, so the clouds were actually coming up the hill, which was really cool. Again, the Osceolas are an easy one. If you're going to go out and try to get 4,000 footer, it's a really good one to do because you get some views and then you get that added bonus of Osceola East Peak. I don't know why it's not up here. I don't know if it's technically a 4,000 footer because there's got to be like a half a mile in between and 200 feet of prominence, and it's probably not a half a mile in between to the East Peak of Osceola. But if you're just starting out and you want a good one, Osceola is where to be. That's just off the Otter Rocks. I think if you start down on Otter Rocks would be the best place for that. And Otter Rocks is a great river over in, maybe it's over on the Conway side. I think it's on the Conway side. If you know, comment down below. Let me know the best way to get up to the Osceolas. Or if I'm saying them right. Is it Osceola? I've always called it that. Anyways, my name's Caleb Anderson. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.